Hello, it's Binta again on this episode. Yeah, it's been long I really dropped video. I know I haven't really been consistent because one thing I told myself was before I start posting the video, I said before I think I won't share the link with anyone. I won't like okay, share it to my friends and tell them okay, they were to click on this. No, no, no. It's not like it's not something I want. Something I want people to all the kind of stuff. But along the line when I was doing everything, my phone spoiled. Like it's no longer working. I think I'm supposed this is like the third year with this phone, and I'm supposed to get like a new phone. So I'm saving up to get like something good and better. For now, I'm not really looking at something bigger. I know I have dreams of like okay, using the Samsung S class. That was like one of my well, I say yeah, that's like my dream phone since right from secondary school. I've been like, yo, daddy, I need Samsung. I think when I was secondary school, I was that was 22. Samsung S22 came out. Like I would really want to use. I would really love to use Samsung S21 or 22 Ultra. That was like, do you know what you're saying? You know how much is that phone? So since from there, I've been really planning hard. I think that has been my dream phone. So as of last week was something I would say it was hectic. I was able to build two projects. I remember from the other video I mentioned something that I'm going to build three projects from just the basic of React and Lint. And guess what? I was able to build two projects. So I'm still building the third project, but I was it before I started going fully into React. It was I think that was when I started learning newly. So I was in a group and they were like, okay, we want to build a project and we'll be using React. So nobody was indicating interest there, and I was like, okay, I'm actually learning React, and I think it's an opportunity for me to learn and understand more about extension because that's where I'll start gaining my experience from. And I pick up the project, so I was going on. The project was going smoothly and everything. Someone now told me that he told me that I think was it around last week, last October, if I'm not mistaken. He was like he has already built something close to that because we are building something like PowerPoint generator. Like instead, what we keep when there's Kimi, there's Cloud. You can even use ChatGPT for it. There are other projects, there are other good projects. There's Gamma, but we want to focus on one aspect like Gamma. But we are building our project for Nigerians alone, so anticipate something I'm building it on my effort. But along the line while we were doing the whole building stuff, the guy was like, "You don't think we should continue doing the whole building stuff since I'm the only one building it?" So he's suggesting why not we use a previous project in build it like that. So I stopped. I think I stopped completely. I don't even disturb about the project. All of a sudden we were now on the call and everyone was like, "Did that give us feedback?" So I really have to go back to that project, which was what I have been doing this throughout the whole of this week. So I'm trying to see how I can finish the project before Saturday, so that by Saturday I'll just tell them that okay, I'll build the project. So for the two projects I built, I'll be dropping the link. Check out the project, drop your feedback. I think it's something that will help me as an early builder. We're really in a generation of AI and the rest, so something that will help me. I was also I think I my phone spoiled my phone that spoiled the way my phone spoiled is something that I would say it's something that I would say it has really not something I'm happy about because it's really have to I really have to stop some stuff. Like basically I am in my house basically I don't know for others my dad's like he don't care. Once he pay your school fees, he give you feeding money, he give you transport, for your data subscription and everything you have to do stay online. You have to be the one to know how you will sort it out. So because of that, I started looking for many jobs to do. So I got like an SME, social media management, or that SMM job. But due to my phone spoiling now, I haven't been able to post for them, and I know there is a consequence. I know there's a consequence attached to it because nobody go pay you. Now private sector now, so nobody go pay you because nobody go pay you because who you be. You know work, you know make I pay you care. So that's how life is. I was also able to I've been working with Simba. I don't know if I mentioned Simba before. So Simba is a casual game generator that helps to keep community busy, event and the rest. So it's something very simple. What you just have to do is you type in the game you want to build. After typing in the game you want to build, you deploy it and you have your game ready. People can play it around. So I have been building that project for like over a long period of time. Oh, sorry, I've been working with them. I think this is my 6th month. So we're just pushing, shall we just pushing for that one because you said found out that is not generated. So I'm trying to see how we can at least my target for December is, since this is my first job, I'm trying to, I think there's a community I'm part of, it's called Synagogue. They talk about whenever you want to do something, you should first look at the value you are creating, because one thing I get to understand about people is not about the dedication you're giving, it's about what value are you bringing to them. If the value is there, then you don't know how it will help you tomorrow. So I'm trying to see how I can work on the value, how I can make Simba hit his first 1k, 1 million, 1k dollars, $1 million, just like that. Let's keep seeing how we can increase the whole stuff. So that journey haven't really been easy for me. It's something that I have been learning along the line. I learned a lot along the line. So it's like a non-technical aspect. So it's something I learned along the line. I think it now make me to understand something that most time it's not about building a project. It's about how you need people to use your project. That's like the basic thing about building project. For instance, let me use OPay for instance now. When OPay came out, they were already banks. Banks were already on ground. Banks were on ground. Zenith, UBA, and I think the time you OPay came out, if I'm not mistaken, that was like the early days of online mobile banking, whereby UBA started building their app. UBA started building their app. Zenith Bank were having their app. Jais were having their app, and Co First Bank, they were all having their apps. But the question now was not whether they are having their app. The question is what is the different thing we are doing from them. Okay, Obi already have a different from most of these banking system. I'm not going to call it crash, but banking system, online mobile banking system on other mobile phone or mobile apps, they really have little issue, which I will talk about the stability of their network. There are many times I think where you try when I was in secondary school, my mom had this UBA account. The day she will try to you come online, you want to send money to your fellow UBA bank, and it's telling you there's no network. There are days you pick your ATM card and you're going to withdraw money, telling you there's no network. Like there's even I think I even have a case like something similar like that. There was this day that was last year. I wanted to withdraw money from my Jais bank. That was my last cash, student life now. Normal, my 1.5. So I wanted to withdraw the money. I was having 1.7 in the account if I'm not mistaken. So I now went to the previous guy. I gave him the card to try withdrawing the card. It was more of like they declined the transaction. My 1.6 went. The POS guy said he haven't gotten a refund of the money yet. And that was that he was even telling me that he already showed decline, so there's no how he's going to work. It's not his own fault, it's from the bank itself. And just a little network issue. And I'm already passing through that. And since from that day henceforth, I don't used to follow any bank online mobile banking again. If I'm not mistaken, I don't even think I have the account basically now in my phone. I know I have an account with them. The last time I used the account was last year, where I wanted to pay my school fees in school. So my dad sent the money there, and I just picked my ATM card, went to the school post office, and paid through there. That was just what I did simply. But so coming back, bringing it back to OP, OP did something different from these people. I know it's very difficult. I don't think I've seen someone that will tell you that I'm trying to do a transaction on OP and hang, and OP did not return my money. I don't know if you get that whole stuff. So I would look at it. I would tell you that most times it's not about breaking the okay. OP had that difference, but what was the major consequence OP started facing at when they come into business? I remember when OP came in, my dad was like, how can you go and create an account in a bank that don't have like a branch? How will I put it? They don't even have a headquarter in Nigeria. In fact, he said they don't have a branch totally. How can you trust? How can you put that trust in that online something that you cannot see? But today, basically now, even if you go to the market, nobody is going to ask you, do you have is the first question is you get OP account or you send out my OP account. So sometimes building trust is one of the most difficult part. Building trust is one of the most hardest part, the most difficult, the most hardest. Like in case you are trying to go into if you are building a product as a founder, my advice for you is as you are building, also look at possible case how you can make a difference from other projects because sometimes your unique difference is your unique idea, your unique difference. is what makes people want to use your application, not whether you are doing what other people are doing. Even if the market is there for the product, nobody will check whether there is market there. Because it's simple. If there's market, why would I use yours? Definitely. There's no need of using it. So you have to have a unique difference and then the other stuff. So I think it's something very really I think I really learned a lot. I really learned a lot, and I think the kind of books I read again is something that really inspired and really give me this whole mindset. So I think when my phone spoiled, I think I remember watching a video. Someone posted it. Was someone I think I saw it somewhere where the father was like, was it the mom? I don't know who actually did the content. She was like, their daughter, they seized her phone. They said they're not going to give her phone again. So when they seized the phone, the girl was angry for the first day. And then 1 week later, the girl has read up to like five different books. So I think that same thing applied to me. When my phone had issue, I was I think it had an issue last week Thursday. So I was in school then. I even bought you get some kind thing was spoiled at that minute. My phone spoiled on that Thursday. And on that Thursday morning, I bought like data. I bought almost 32 gig that Thursday using this MTN promo code. So I bought that data because I one of the major issue I have while working was data. So after they pay me, I can't tell you exactly where the money is going to. So I said, okay, instead of me to be battling with not having a story to tell you about where the money is going to, why not I buy the major stuff which is data, and then with the remaining money that is left with me, I can see how I can at least it will help me 2 to 3 days and I won't be complaining any longer. So I bought data that day. After buying data that morning, I plugged my phone refused to charge, and then asking someone who knows about phone in the class, he was telling me that is the download. I was not telling him that me I don't know because January my phone the screen that was okay January my phone I woke up one morning and my phone screen was showing green purple. I took the screen. I paid almost 15,000 naira for that. After repairing it the next day, I noticed my phone have not been charging. So I went back to the place and the man was like, "Is it downboard?" That was the first downboard I changed. That same month, after 2 weeks, I went back again. I was telling him that I don't know, my speaker is not working since after you changed the downboard. He was like, okay, it's how he fixed it. He removed it and fixed it again. That is two. I went back to school February. The speaker stopped working automatically. I even have to get an airport downboard again. That is how many? Three. March, April, June, and this is June, and I was like, I can't keep changing this consistently. It's something I really have to think. Is it better for me to change it or is it better because I was telling someone that it's not about changing the downboard. The question now is what's the possibility that after changing it, it won't spoil again. So I really have to keep that aside and then focus on other stuff. So my phone spoiled that morning and it was like it's down board. I just kept the phone inside my bag. So when I got to where I was staying in school because for now basically I have issues with my accommodation in town. So I you know price of cost of living in Abuja is getting accommodation in Abuja is high. The ones you get, even the ones you get in the local environment, are not worth the price. Another thing again is now the cost of living again is kind of very very high in Abuja. Abuja is somewhere nice, somewhere I would like to stay if I have enough money to stay in a nicer place. But if I don't, let me come back to one of my villages around here and yeah stay here. So I went there with my friends. My friends stayed there. That was okay and everything. So I just say okay, I will just stay here. I don't really want to meet up with the Maraba hold up coming back and going back the whole stress. So I stayed over with them. So I was just sitting and like everybody was watching, operating his phone. They watch one was watching movie, one was on TikTok, and that's not really me. Me, that's not like that's not who am I. I'm not that kind of person that I won't say they are not serious, but my own personality is not like that. So what I did was simple. I picked a book, Psychology of Money. I bought that book was it last year, early last year. I bought that Psychology of Money then. So after buying it, I started calculating the cost of getting a book because I wanted 10 different books at that time, and it was going to the price was around 35,000 naira, and the whole store as a student is cost for me. I did not really bother to get it, so I kept it aside. I am going to, and I decided to, okay, I picked the book. When I picked the book, I just carried the book. I sat down. I think before I slept, I've read almost 50 pages. When I woke up the next day, I've read almost 450 pages. I came back on that Friday. On Saturday, I was not able to read due to the full I'm at home, mom will like do this, do that, do this, do that, and I can't say no, so I have to do it. So after doing the whole stuff, on Sunday she was like, I have to do something. I was like, I'm not doing anything today. Oh. I'm not disrespecting you, but I have to finish reading this book because I already said this book will not meet me this week. And guess what? In less than 2 hours, I was able to finish reading that book completely. So I didn't understand something that sometimes there are some things we whenever you are sometimes you have to discipline yourself, not like it's not as if you're punishing yourself, but you just have to discipline yourself, because if you don't do that you're going to find it very difficult to be able to adjust and adapt. Like for instance, if I'm reading a PDF on my phone now, it can take me up to like 2 months. Yeah, I'm still reading one PDF. I already 2 page, I will sleep. But why not so now I'm now looking at it that okay, if it's like this now, from now henceforth I'm going to be getting a hard copy. Anytime I have the money, I close my eye, I get a hard copy, I come back home, I finish reading it, get another hard copy, and I'll be mixing them, both the hard copy and the soft copy of books. So that's like something I'm trying to do for my own self, my own personal self. Yeah, I think I've actually said a lot. I said a lot of stuff here. I really said a lot of stuff here, and yeah, I talk too much. I know, but just have to be. Don't be angry with me. Yeah. Also, another thing I did last week was I am actually building up a club in my school. I'm building a club in my school which is called Speakers Club. So it's just I would love to speak. I think no, the dream I had was after secondary school. I always had this dream of addressing people. I told someone, let's come back to education wise, Western education wise and Islamic education wise. If you're talking about Western education wise, I started teaching since when I was in SS2. Yeah, I started teaching when I was in SS2. I remember then when in SS2, I think our physics teacher left. Our physics teacher left, and when our physics teacher left, before she went, she gave me her book, like her teacher's note. That we were into temp. So she gave me her teacher's book, and then the school was like, okay, they won't be able to get someone to take physics for that term. So I started teaching SS1 and my own classmate in SS2. When I got to SS3 first time, I think we still did not have a teacher. So I was taking SS1, SS2, and then my own set SS3. So that was like where I started teaching. Then along the line, it seemed like the day my mathematics teacher was having an interview because working in private section you really have to look for where you can get bigger money. So he was like, okay, he won't be around. Let me go and teach the new section. That day, I think I taught just one. I thought so. I really started teaching in school. I taught just one. I remember when I looked. I remember I plugged some students, and those were like my favorite students. They're like, okay, no, as a senior, then as the assistant head girl, you have students that are like senior this, senior that. So I still flog them. Sure, it was no weakness, but something that you really have to just do it, or else you're going to disrespect it. So I punish some of them there, and then Islamic education wise, I can't tell exactly the class I started teaching, but I know I always have this joy of entering inside the class, like in my Islamic, and then I have the joy of entering inside the class and teaching the children. I don't used to beat. I hardly used to flog, but they have come and report to my mom. They'll be like, that your daughter is a wicked girl. And my mom will be like, they said you're a wicked girl. I say, I not beat anybody's child, do. It's really late. The child came to Islamia late and I flogged him. Or maybe I had character for them. Oh, not everybody's a Muslim. I had a particular book for them and they don't know how to bring it or they are playing in the class as me simply. So yeah, so I already have the dream to be a speaker. I think 2 days was just yeah a week ago. That last week when I was not having phone, because sometimes when your phone spoil, that's when you know that you can think. This your brain is not for just watching you stuff. You can think. I was just sitting there. I was like, what if I become a TEDx speaker? Like one of my dreams. Let me just see myself standing on the podium and speaking to people. I think I read about Oprah Winnie. I read about Bill Gates. I read about this Altman. I like even the other guy that there's this guy that that suppressed Elon Musk. I think was it is it Orange? No, I've forgotten the product he built, but he built a product. I think the product was Oracle. Yeah, Oracle. So I think I really want to be, but it's not really easy being a speaker if you don't have a particular stuff. Yeah, it always has to do with what are you giving to the people. Like Steve Jobs now, he made Apple. I really like Steve Jobs' presentation. His presentation is he don't just speak there on stage. He show you practical example which you can follow and become greater. So those are like some of the people I look out in terms of public speaking. I will tell you I'm a person that have different kind of yeah, I have different niche. I won't tell you basically that is this person as my role model. If you ask me, do you have a role model? I will first ask in what aspect. In terms of when you're talking about in terms of YouTube, I think I have Alex. I have oh my god, I forgot her name. Is it Afnan? I have forgotten her name. But she's an Arabian. She's an Arabian. So I think those are like some of the people I look up to when they are creating YouTube. I also have someone from Nigeria. He's more of like a friend. He's like a friend, but a very big friend. Like big. He does forex around. So those are like people I look up to. And then talking about tech, I look at people like from local level to global level. From local level, I look at somewhere like Awal MS, that is Nigerians. I look more like Tasiu, Tony, the founder of Simba. They are much. So I can't keep listing up the names. And then also, I think I've made too much noise. Don't be angry. That's basically me. I'm a noise maker. I like making noise. I can make noise for at least I can make noise for at least 2 hours without getting keeping quiet. So I'm a noise maker. I'm just looking at how I can make my noise become better. So yeah, see you in the next video, which is a 7 video, and hopefully once that 7 video is a milestone for me. It's not just a normal 7 video. I'm more happy that I'll be dropping my 7 video very soon because it's something I've really worked hard for. So yeah, see you next time. So I'm really talking about the project I built. I said I will share the project I built with for you guys to see. So this is the first project I built. It's called Easy Student Management. First, I actually host it on Vercel. So if you look at it properly, you get to notice that it's not looking that it's not looking that good, but yeah, it's not looking that good. It's just a very simple project. I think something I'll work on it. So here now you can add the name. You can add the name of your student. Let me call it Painter. And you can put the score of the student. Let me see, Painter scored 67, and I can click on add student. So you see it's actually automatically taking it. So I can take on Favor. Now Favor scored 23, and then what I add student, I can put Michael. Michael scored 50 on the dot. I can add another student. I can click on let me see, let me call which other student should I call. Let me call on Joshua, and let me say he scored 49, and let me add student. So this is like the filter part. This is like the main project. So this part allows you to filter the student. So you notice all the students is here, and it's telling us the total number of students that is here for, how many failed to, how many passed to. So how I wrote my program, I wrote in the way that if a student gets 40 and 50 and above, student pass. Or if you then get 50 and below, you get 50 below 50 per field. So by the time I clicked on here, it only permits me to see the number of students that passed, which is Binta and Michael. I click on field, it showed me 2 students that failed the exam. So I click on all, it make me access all the students. So this is one of the projects I built. I'll be dropping the link in the description. You can check it out and also drop your correction. So to me, I already look like it's looking very. I'm improving. So this is the other project I built. It's called the expense tracker. So what the expense tracker permits you to do is to track how much you have spent. So for instance, you can enter your expense description. So let me say I bought rice. the amount I bought the rice. Let me say I bought the rice for 300 naira, and the category it's either under transportation entertainment, but rice is under food, and I click on submit. So if you notice, it automatically added rice here. Rice is here 300 naira, and it's taking the calculation here. So these are like the different option we have. By the time I click on food now, it makes me see only those things that are only those this category that are under food, which we have rice, beans, and rice. Again, I click on transport, it shows me those categories that are under transport. Like these are what is this word under transport. By the time I click on entertainment, it shows me what is under entertainment Netflix. So the expense tracker is just like a project I built. It's something that can help you. You can literally use it well to see what you are spending and the rest. So I'm still working. I really like the project. So the third project I'm working on is the mini job. So for this, I'm still working on it, though it's looking very plain. I think I have other stuff. I think I was talking about me building a project. I started building a project called Deck 35. So let me even check for the project and see. Slidify. Yeah, I don't think it's going to open because I have a look at who's running already. So let me click on it, Slidify. Or instead, it's an extension, so I can locate it from the extension. So this Slidify on the extension, it's something that you will add the text. I haven't really added the part. Now what I'm trying to do is for it to be able to generate slide. So we have different type of slide. We have slide of length, medium, 20. The student, you can pick your audience, whether you're a marketer, you're a developer, what how you want your style. Do you want it professional or creative? Then you click on your generate slide. So you notice it's not going to return anything because I haven't done a major part of it. So these are the projects I've built and I'm still building again. So I would like to get your view on this on the oh yeah. I would like to get your feedback on the this on the comment section. Thank you very much.